Every night, you make a promise to yourself, tomorrow I'll start fresh. And then tomorrow comes, and the cycle repeats. Your to-do list grows. Your motivation shrinks. You feel lazy, guilty, even ashamed. But here's the truth, you're not lazy. You're not broken. You're in a psychological battle called procrastination. It's a trap your brain built for survival. In this video, we're going to unpack the real, science-backed psychology behind why you procrastinate, why you can't get things done, and how to finally break the cycle. How to finally get things done. Stick around, this might just change your brain. What is procrastination? Most people think procrastination is about time management. But that's not even close. Procrastination is not a time problem. It's an emotional regulation problem. Procrastination is emotional avoidance. You're not avoiding the task. You're avoiding the feeling the task brings. Stress, anxiety, boredom, fear of judgment, fear of failure, perfectionism, overwhelm. And your brain is wired to avoid pain. So when faced with discomfort, it redirects you to comfort, social media, snacks, YouTube, anything but the task. And here's the trap, the more you avoid that discomfort, the bigger it grows until even tiny tasks feel impossible. That's procrastination, a silent, sneaky psychological loop that hijacks your motivation. Why your brain resists getting things done? What is the science behind it? You might think procrastination is just about poor time management or laziness. But in reality, it often comes down to a conflict between two key parts of your brain. The amygdala is your brain's threat detector. It reacts to stress and uncertainty by triggering avoidance. If a task feels overwhelming or risky, the amygdala flags it as a threat, and your instinct is to escape. The other part is prefrontal cortex, which is your logical planner. It helps you set goals, make decisions, and focus. It's the part of the brain that wants to get things done. The problem? When the amygdala becomes overactive, it hijacks your ability to think clearly, overpowering the prefrontal cortex and making even simple tasks feel paralyzing. That's procrastination, a brain stuck in protection mode, not productivity mode. So no, you're not just bad at focusing. You're in the middle of a neurological tug-of-war between fear and logic, and fear often wins. And then dopamine kicks in. Dopamine is the brain's reward chemical. Instant gratification, like scrolling TikTok, gives a fast dopamine hit. Hard work doesn't deliver dopamine instantly. So your brain picks the shortcut. Your brain is wired for now, not later. That's how procrastination becomes your default. The procrastination loop that sucks you in. Here's what really happens. You feel overwhelmed. You avoid the task. You feel guilty for avoiding it. That guilt creates more stress. So, you avoid it again, trying to escape the guilt. It's a loop of doom, feeling impossible to escape. Now, you're not just procrastinating, you're stuck in a self-blame spiral. 95% of students say they procrastinate. 88% of people procrastinate at least 1 hour a day. Chronic procrastinators? More likely to experience depression, anxiety, low self-esteem, and even health issues. The more you avoid, the heavier the task feels. It's no longer just a to-do, it becomes a monster in your mind. Why you procrastinate? Here are psychological reasons. Present bias. You value what feels good now more than what benefits you later. Fear of failure. What if I try and fail? Becomes if I never try, I can't fail. Perfectionism. If I can't do it perfectly, I won't do it at all. Overwhelm paralysis or task paralysis. When there are too many tasks, you freeze and do nothing. Low self-worth. You have this subconscious belief, I don't deserve to succeed. Escaping the loop. How to actually beat procrastination. Here's where the real value kicks in practical, science-backed solutions. Ever heard of the 5-minute rule? Just tell yourself, I'll do just 5 minutes. It's a trick for your brain to get started, and once you do, momentum builds. Then there's task chunking. Break big goals into tiny, easy wins. Instead of overwhelming yourself with write paper, break it down to open Google Docs. The smaller the task, the less resistance you'll feel. Implementation intentions are game changers too. Set a clear plan. At 3 p.m., I'll sit at my desk and write for 15 minutes. Design your environment to remove distractions. Log out of social media, make your workspace frictionless, and use site blockers. Time blocking is another powerful technique. Break your day into focused 25-minute sprints using the Pomodoro technique. Your brain loves structure. And don't forget emotional reframing. Shift your mindset from "I have to do this" to "I choose to do this because I care." Finally, gamify your tasks. Use habit trackers, streaks, or rewards. Our brains love points, progress, and those tiny wins. Embrace these strategies and watch your productivity soar. The deeper truth. Every time you procrastinate, your brain whispers, "Maybe I'm not capable. Maybe I'm not enough." But every time you take a small step, even a tiny one, you rewrite that story. It's not about being productive 24/7. It's about building trust with yourself. If you're stuck right now, overwhelmed, avoiding everything, I get it. I've been there. We all have been. But procrastination doesn't mean you're flawed. It means you're human with a survival brain, living in a dopamine-saturated world. But awareness is power. The moment you understand your brain, you take back your power. You don't need more motivation. You need momentum. Start small. Keep showing up. Rewrite the story. Drop a comment. What's the thing you've been procrastinating on the longest? Like this video if you have learned something powerful. Subscribe now for more psychology-backed brain hacks and motivational insights that reshape your life and ignite your potential.